God, I am really nervous now. How do I follow a tourney? In preparation for this, I went onto YouTube and looked at some videos about PechKucha, whatever you want to call it. And one of them said, be naked, be yourself, have fun. And I thought, yeah, I can do that. Okay, so maybe that's not what they're on about. But that is me, and this is my story. But I don't want to start all the way back then. I want to share with you my journey to this point in time that brought me to communities of practice. And that started, I was going to walk across the stage, but I can't do that because there isn't really one. So I'm going to come over here. So this started here when I took a job, an admin job at Hull Royal Infirmary, and there's nothing wrong with coming to Hull Tourney. I worked for a department that proudly called itself the safety team. I was encouraged to have ideas, to have a say, to make suggestions. My opinion was as valid as everybody else's in the team, regardless of the fact that I was the newest and most junior member. They wanted me to make improvements and embrace change. And I did, and I was nurtured, and so I learned my trade. I became a health and safety geek, and I learned about culture. I learned about ergonomics, human factors, and I began to get a real passion, especially around culture. Really interested me on how it shapes everything that we do. I was empowered to do a bit more and share what I'd learned. So I jumped out of my pond, my nice little safe environment, and I thought, yeah, I'll come over here. I want to help teams to improve patient safety, but the team I jumped into, well, it wasn't really a team, and I was a bit shocked. Here, there was an us and a them, and apparently we was at war with them. Now, I don't come from the Edwin Starr School of Thought. I didn't really understand why we were taking such an offensive stand with the people we were supposed to be helping. It got worse. So it was just alien to me, this environment that I was in. There was bitching and rumours and backbiting. Our ideas weren't welcome. We weren't allowed to have an opinion. We was there to do as we was told. And slowly I began to realise that actually I was being a victim of bullying. And I went to meetings and I felt like I didn't want to be in the same room as some of my colleagues. That can't be right. I struggled to sleep. I became irritable and really low in mood. Actually, so it was down here. And this is the bit where I get a bit naked with you all, because I became quite depressed. I felt all of these things, but the one thing that I remember feeling more than anything was just feeling completely and utterly exhausted all of the time. But things did get better, but it took me a while. I didn't really understand how this had happened. I'd come here at this bad place with so much hope. And just not a short while ago, I was, in that good place. But this place was bad, yeah? So now I've done the good, done the bad. So now for the ugly truth. I'm not alone. My experience is not unique. And I'm betting that some of you in the room will be able to actually relate to some of the things that I've said. It may be that you're lucky few and you've been in that good environment and you know how brilliant it feels. But some of you may be aware of, feeling let down by your team. The NHS feels a bit like they're failing us. We want to come to work and do the best that we can, but the environments are just not set up for us to be able to do that. They're a bit toxic. And unfortunately, we can see this affecting all the new doctors and nurses, all the shiny people that come and join us. Research in the US says that nurses careers last on average about 6 years. And we know that burnout is one of the biggest reasons that people leave the profession in the UK. Doctors isn't much better. So this was a survey done with doctors in different countries, not the UK. But it gives us a good question at the top there. Do we reward human caring as opposed to efficiency and productivity in the NHS? So this is where I come to communities of practice. There are people out there that want to make a difference, they want to do something, but they're not really sure what it is they can do. I really believe that we have a real true power to be able to shape the environments that we work in. And we can take some hope from a Buddhist story about the lotus in the mud. They believe that we can, if we really truly understand our suffering, we can learn to have joy in the world again. So we need to get stuck down in that mud, and we need to start sowing seeds for a new culture. One that's caring, one where we feel welcome, and we want to come to work in the morning, and we can feel compassion for ourselves and our colleagues and our patients. So here on the stage, I've come here today because I've set up a community of practice around culture. And I'd like you to invite everybody to come and join the communities that are here today. I really hope that we can find a place where we can share, provide inspiration and support for those people that want to make a difference. So, to end my slide, I need to read my thing, I'm sorry. It seemed fitting to end with some Swedish inspiration from the form of IKEA's founder. He says, "Let us continue to be a group of positive fanatics who stubbornly refuse to accept the impossible, the negative. We can do what we want and we can do it together. So here's to a glorious future." Thank you.